My name is Sophia Passon. I'm an open water swimmer and I live in San Francisco. I swim at China Beach. It's like the only beach in San Francisco that you're legally allowed to swim at. There was this coffee shop that I go to, and the owner told me, stop swimming at Ocean Beach because you're going to die. Because the tides are really strong and people are killed there all the time, like surfing and swimming. I try not to swim by myself, but I do sometimes if people are up there already. It's just more of a safety thing, I think. So right now it's about 57 degrees Fahrenheit. It gets down to like 52 in like January. The highest is about 60. Right now it's hovering about 55 to 57, but it's probably gonna go a little bit farther down. I don't wear a wetsuit. In the winter I wear a one piece. I personally like to wear a full suit because it keeps like my organs kind of warm. I typically like take a canteen of warm water so that when I get out I can just like dump it on me and like feel good. And then I wear like 3 caps. So I wear like a thermal cap and then 2 silicone caps. I mean, it depends on how cold the water is. Earplugs. Earplugs are really important, or else you can get like swimmer's ear, or because the water's cold, bone can grow in. I get numb every time I'm in the water. When you're swimming, you're so cold that you don't feel cold anymore. It kind of puts you into like this meditative state almost. Like you're surrounded and you're warm, even if it's really cold. Like, I don't know, there's something really comforting like being under a really heavy blanket. When you dive like really far down, it's really quiet. And it's hard to explain when you haven't gone in the water and felt it. So walking in the water, it kind of feels like you're gonna die. Because it's really cold. It's like a shock kind of runs up from like your feet all the way to the top of your whole body just like is suddenly alive. You want to turn back almost immediately when it's really cold. There's some people who just dive in right away. I don't like to do that. It's always the worst to like put your arms in the water, so I always do like this chicken wing thing. But then there's like this one point where you're just like, I need to go under or else I'm gonna just stay here. And like the first dip underwater is probably like the worst and best thing that you feel. And then you gotta start swimming. Like as soon as your head goes under, there's like, you're in, you gotta go. I don't really like to wear goggles all the time because when it's really clear, you get really freaked out because you can see the ocean floor, and that's just like a little intimidating sometimes. It's kind of nice when you can just see a color, you know, like it's like a really beautiful like sea glass green. That's how it's been lately. I like to do flips. I like to go really far down and like look up. When you're so far down and you look up, you don't feel like you're anywhere. Like you feel like you could be up or down, or you could be floating in the middle of space. Like you feel like very suspended. My favorite thing about the beach is probably just the way that you can hear the waves crashing. I think there's something like really calming about it. It really feels like a heartbeat almost. When you live in a city, and a city especially like San Francisco that's getting really populated, so much stimulus constantly, having that like quiet and having that just that moment of being able to breathe and then see the the headlands, the cliff and the bridge and the water. Last year, I started experiencing disassociation. And disassociation, it feels like you're watching yourself. But it's not something you can start or stop on command. My mind will take itself out of my body. So I swim at least 2 to 3 times a week. It's not a negotiable thing for me. It's the one thing that really keeps me in my body. Whatever makes you feel alive, chase it and prioritize it, even though that's cliche. You don't know when you're living and when you're alive until you have that thing that really makes your heart beat. And swimming is that thing for me.